So lovely ones, join in however you like. Just listen, drink tea, just have it on in the background like a podcast. Or join in and be so gentle with your precious body. So this is about coming from the inside, listening inside. So for a moment, just close your eyes, whatever you're doing. And you're already listening with your inner ear, your inner eye. And just be aware of where your body's touching the ground. Notice your cool air in, warm air out. See if you can find a little pause between. You can even explore breathing in deeper, 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 if you can through the nose, but any way you can. Hold, hold, hold in a way that feels safe and comfortable. And then see if you can just wish, I let go. Through the nose, through the mouth. See if you can follow that breath all the way to the end. Feel the tiniest pause. And wait, because the universe abhors a vacuum. In comes the new energy, the glorious life force that nourishes you right into your bones, out 100 yards around you. Just to be aware of your sounds inside. Just see as you're resting there, if your saliva is a little sticky even, take a little slurp. And see if you can just be with whatever's there. Know that you're a multi-dimensional human being. And just as the universe goes on and on and on the outside, imagine as you go down, down, down into the precious human animal body that loves what it loves. You can be with curiosity, with love, with tenderness. How am I doing right now? Who's around? And just notice as you're there, maybe there's some little tensions. Maybe you can just begin to just notice the head and just let the head drop and feel that already lengthening the spine. Notice what it is to rest your hands on the ground, on your knees if you're sitting. And just to do a little no and just say hi to your neck and maybe get a hand and thank that neck for all it holds. What busy necks we have. Just this lengthens and widens your spine, doing tiny no's, so the harder. I might even just be here because dropping my head feels too much. But see if you can just say hi to the tension in your body. And let all the parts that don't like it, criticize it, get worried or concerned. Let them know they make so much sense, but maybe they could give you, the you in the room, a little space. Just to say hi to your neck, appreciate how hard those muscles work. Thank you, neck. Thank you, shoulders. Deepening the breath a little. Some of you can come down, down, down a little more in whatever way you want to gently arrive. And maybe you could just, if you can, just take one hand or both hands and just begin to say hi to your back. To feel the strength in those muscles. Maybe you can give your back a little tap. The hips, you're getting all the fluids going, you're warming up those busy muscles. And then you can open and lift a little. Remember, you're starting whatever way you want to. You're not even following me, you're just listening to my voice, trusting your own impulses. And you're here to listen to the yes and no and maybe of your body. Your body's wise. Just see how that feels. If it doesn't feel good, just listen to why it doesn't feel good. You're going too quick. Oh, I've got an injury. Always love those parts of your body. You're warming up your kidneys. You're going to take your hands round to the sternum, the breast chest area. And see if you can just get those lovely lymph glands there and just rub them. And the sternum, we hold so much there. It's very seldom the breath goes all the way up to the sternum. Rub the belly in a clockwise direction. Thank you. Imagine you've got a lovely, healthy belly, lovely, healthy digestive system and reproductive organs, all those precious soft organs there, your ribs, just to warm up your body like this. If you just did a few minutes a day, just this, your body would be so grateful because you have healing hands. So we're gently going to take our hand and just gently tap our arm and just be curious, what's my arm saying? How do you want to do this? So you might just rub your hands. Every point in your body is in your feet and hands, in your reflexes. So just doing this, rubbing my fist into my hands, saying thank you hands, thank you forearms and elbows, upper arms and shoulders. Thank you for working so hard for me. And you could just brush off a little there because sometimes it gets a little stuck, a little heavy. All the energies and the other arm. Thank you, arms. Thank you, forearms and elbows. Glorious upper arms and shoulders. Thank you for working so hard. And as you're doing this, you're noticing the sensation on the inside. What are your elbows saying? What are your shoulders saying? What are your wrists saying? Lovely breath. What are your hands saying? Back of the hand, inside the hand, rubbing those hands, brushing off energy and matter. I like to think we might think we end up here, but we go out 100 yards energetically. We were energy first, a thought, and there you are, into the physical body, which we're here just for a brief amount of time. As you rub those hands together, make them nice and warm, cross. Just rest your hands. You don't have to hold them long. If they're tired, just let them go. Maybe roll the shoulders, bring them back up. So you're crossing your hands, your nose fits in the middle. If I open my eyes, and there's no light, and I'm just saying hi to my eyes, and imagine I'm sending love into the body. Longer breath in, hold, breathe out to the nose, or just that as a little miracle. And maybe we can do the same with our precious hearts. Imagine we're breathing in through the heart. Imagine we're breathing in light and lightness, gentleness, kindness, appreciation for our heart that might be a wound of love that never heals. Sending love into our hearts. Imagine we're inviting in lots of light and appreciation for all we've survived, all that's happening in the world, so we can hold the love, hold the hope. And of course, we cannot not have fear for so many things. But maybe just for this session, you could ask your fear to go and be in a safe place. So you who's in the room can just be with all the song of your body. As you might even hear that bird singing there. Unless we can go inside, we have no idea who we are. And then gently, we're going to come down somewhere different today. So again, little slurps, check your saliva through the class. We're going to start on our bellies today. And again, you can start whatever way you like, or just listen. So any way you can rest onto your belly, take your time just to get down there. Some of you might bring your elbows just to do this. You can lift and drop the shoulders and explore them. What's going on in their shoulders? So here, some of you, if it felt a little safe, you can put a little belly cushion under the belly there. You could just rest like this. Just lift your elbows, drop. And you're just doing a little no, a yes, and a pinch of the neck there, just to see if you can tuck your chin into your shoulder and see if you can just feel your breath for a moment. Just feel as you breathe in, either way, whatever way that's comfortable. Breathing in deeper and deeper and holding in your own time, not mine, letting the breath go. And remember, you can just be like this. You can just put your forehead in your hands there if it's not comfortable. Come to this one and just let the head hang and feel the strength in your bones. Or you can rest a little cushion under the chest now. Maybe give it a little turn. Another breath, breathing in, let the shoulders, elbows drop. Giving the chin a little turn so it's a good yoga stretch there. And just see if you can feel the belly and the chest lifting with air. Hold, hold, hold. And let go. You could just do this for the session, turning the head into the middle or the side. Holding, holding, breathing, breathing, letting go. And just see if you can feel the belly lifting and falling and your heart being massaged by your breath. Find those, you're exaggerating those, making your breath longer. You're finding that deeper, deeper, deeper breath, holding. And then it's so much easier to say, I surrender. I let go. I feel the ground supporting me. Just making sure you just turn the head now and then. Imagine your neck begins at the top of your head and go all the way down, down, down to your tailbone. You're looking for lovely tensions, aches, numbness, pain, so you can send your appreciation, your healing breath, a massage, a high. Oh, I really hear you. You with the huge diversity of sad, mad, glad, and scared. Smell and taste and hearing, seeing and touch. Imagine with every breath you let go onto the ground. Hear the sounds inside and outside. Let the bird song come into your body. So you're just being with gentleness, kindness, and compassion. And some of you can come back up to here if you're not already. Rest your hands, just pinch the back of the neck. Just letting that head hang. I can hear some lovely crunchy sounds. Thank you, neck, for working so hard for me. You can look up, breathe in. You can even get those toes and see if you can give the toes a stretch, breathe in. And just keep checking it feels good. Your elbows are underneath your shoulders. You could sink right down. You could press up through the shoulders. Breathing in, you're isolating, look up through the eyes, stretch those eyes, look side to side, look down, let the chin begin to rest. Even let your shoulders, your chest sink down between your shoulders. So you're isolating, pressing up, the chest up, and then the neck, breathing in. Looking up through those eyes, stretching your eyes, look down towards your nose, and you slowly, slowly drop the head, let the chest drop. And gradually, if you want to, you can come, bring the hands here and just come into a little plank. You don't have to do this. So you can hold that plank. And then gently, even this is quite intense, just the breath. Have a little rock on your hands and knees. The knees are under the hips. You widen those palms. Just begin to rock the body, drop the head. So if you can find that lifting and dropping of the shoulders a little, just drop in, just stretching, just feeling how good it is to sit back in a way that you feel safe. So we're going to come to those bent toes, bring the knees together. And very gently, so some of you just very slowly widen those palms. Don't let the palms be cups. Just here, I'm looking for some aches, some isolating those shoulders, letting the head know And some of you can drop down and stretch out a little. And see if you can let the head drop there. And come up, breathe in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Dropping. Just see if you can find that dropping of the chest and feel that in your shoulders. I can. You're stretching your toes. And go just enough that you feel a tiny stretch that feels like a nice stretch, a pleasurable stretch. So I've done this a lot so I can feel the tension in my shoulders, and I'm just letting myself come in and out as it's bearable, tolerable, pleasurable. And some of you can let the shoulders go and keep that stretch there. You're going to take a hand and see if you can rub those muscles you found. Just rub those tight muscles there, say hi to them, thank them. Any little warming up of the muscles, these shoulders hold a lot, they're appreciative. You could take your hands and pinch the back of the neck. I could do it this way, I don't have to sit back all the way because you might find your knees complaining. So you want to listen to the parts of your body going, oh, that's not nice, I don't like it. So you're being creative, which you're naturally creative. You're trying to listen and no, you're already listening inside just by closing your eyes now and then. As you get to work with me, you'll know my stretches well enough that you don't even have to look. And you're exploring backwards and forwards. You might even take your hands and just rub into the back there, give those bum muscles a little tap. Just get your hands and say thank you, all those lovely kidneys and digestive organs, beautiful hips. Then we're coming up. And we're just going to gently bring our hands forward and see if you can just begin to look up. So knees under the hips, palms wide, and see if you can slowly begin to drop the head. And eventually, I'm doing this slow so you know those who have done this a lot. It's such a good stretch. I'm pushing up with the hands, dropping with the hips and breathing. Anytime that feels a little uncomfortable, you come back, rub the kidneys. You're just exploring your body. Forget about the word yoga. Yoga forces people to try hard and push themselves into places that their body's screaming, please, ouch. You're just being with, you're just breathing. Bringing your curiosity and interest. How does that feel? What's my wise, precious body telling me that feels good? If it feels good and pleasurable, yes. But you know to go slow. Slow means I can be with every little incremental stretch. I'm not frightened of my aches. I just say hi. Because I put my fear in a safe place. And you in the room who naturally has a capacity to be curious, to be compassionate, already courageous from what you've survived, can just say, hey, how does that feel? And you're always asking inside and finding what feels great. You're trying to really make friends with that tension in your body. Tension's delicious. It's part of being alive. Make sure your knees are comfortable. The floor's too hard. You can do the stretching like this on a duvet, on your bed if you've got a nice big bed. So just seeing where your hands can go. So you don't want them too close together. You don't want them a long way away. There's just a place in the middle. And you're going to tuck your tailbone back, look up, breathe in and down. You can rock a little. I'm just exploring in my own way, feeling the opening of the back of the spine, opening the front of the spine, closing the back of the spine. So you're just opening and closing, sucking your core muscles. You could even stay here and hold. Squeezing those core muscles. Just freeing and opening. Now check your wrists. I've fallen playing tennis and had a couple of crashes when I'm out cycling. So this is really good for my wrist joints that I broke on one side, that I can really just keep an eye whether that feels comfortable, safe. You could even stop and just give your wrists a little rub. See how good that is. Just notice your wrist a little rub. You can shake them. I can certainly feel that after that stretch. Really good. Thank you, wrists, for being strong and healthy. So lovely. A few more. You can do it quicker. Whatever feels good. Out breath and squeezing. Some of you super slow, super curious, always looking up through those eyes. We need to stretch those eyes, looking into the nose, looking up through the top of the eyes, and gently. We're going to have a little turn sideways there, just to stretch, see what that's like, to explore turning. Looking this way, pressing up. Little nose, a little walk the other way. We can just turn your hands just as much as feels good. Have a little stretch through the side. And even rub in there if you found something nice and a little stiff, a little achy. Or you can do it this way. You're just going to look. In breaths and out breaths. Really looking, you can explore, looking around in your own time. Feeling that stretch right in the kidneys there. You could come down and have another little rest and stretch. Some of you can take your knees a little wider, press the chest into the floor. You can really open the heart area under the armpits if that felt good. And you can just gently come back, bring your knees together and just try this a little. Knees together. This. Or you could take your arms and slide them up the sides there. And just rest again. Remember, just sitting towards your heels or your toes. You could have a little stretch and do it with your toes. Just experimenting. Let the toes relax. See how you can feel the breath filling up the belly and chest. The ribs opening, holding, breathing out through the nose to mouth. Just to do this is so good for you. And some of you can do the same, but please be careful with the elbows wide. Again, if I found anything in the neck, remember you can just come back and just get your hands in there. I've done this a lot. So you're just letting those elbows drop off the knees. Big neck stretch. Find a way for a deeper breath. Bring your hands to the center to turn your head. All those who've done this a lot can just lift with the core muscles. Just noticing long spine sinking. Cannot sink into a stretch that's too much, too deep. So notice if you can sink. Notice you need muscles to resist sinking. If it's too much, deepen the breath. Coming out to here. You're going to gently come to here. And we're gently going to do some lovely stretches. So we're going to look towards our knee. And flex and point there and hold. We're going to do it really slowly. We'll do a couple of slow ones. And see if you can see how that feels. Point and flex. Maybe do that on the other side. Bring your knee a little more to the center. Looking up, pointing and flexing and breathing. And come back in. Out. Just experiment without pushing up through the hands. Holding. You could do them slowly. The other thing I like to do is just look in and out. So I'm just counting now. You might swap every 4. Squeeze the core. Pause when you need. One more. And we're going to hold, come back down, have a little stretch. Just see what you need. A little rub of your wrist. Stop. Breathe in, breathe out, and back. Just do the other side. So looking in. If you can flex as you come back. In breath. Keep counting. Lots of breaths. One more. And drop down. Rest. Rub your eyes. Some of you here, some of you are going to explore just stretching back on those toes. See if you can give those toes a stretch. Lift your shoulders, breathe in. Drop them. Drop the head. So if you want to pinch back there, rub anywhere from the stretches you've been doing. Lift the shoulders, breathe in. Let them drop. Some of you can just play. We're just coming backwards and forwards as we've been doing. Some of you can come to your downward dog. So just try. You can just have a little go and come back down. Some of you have done a lot. You widen your palms. And you can move the heels away, pressing your chest to the floor, and you can just hold. Hold and breathe. So I'm going to encourage you to hold and drop. So you're just strengthening the core, the arms. So hold for a while, widen the thumb and fingers. So if you can hold, get the feet away, looking towards your toes, finding your breath. Don't hold very long as me. Drop down every so often. Just give yourself a little break, and you might be just holding for a second, just rubbing anything. It's such a great stretch there. Be a beginner. How wonderful. Every time you do your yoga, you're a beginner. Now, some of you bringing your foot to the center, taking one leg up, holding one-legged downward dog just for a minute, and just like we did before, you can drop, come back up and try the other side. So you're holding, breathing. Don't hold too long. Notice the part that's trying too hard. Ask it if it would give you some space so you can be with your body, and you can drop down. So I'm really interested in teaching you to drop in and out, just like a pause. You can pause when you like. How would you like to pause? Some are parts that have to keep going, try hard. Just have a little space. Now you're being here and somehow finding a way, whatever way you can, to bring one leg forward. It doesn't have to be elegant. And as you do that, maybe you can find your water and check your saliva. Slurpees. Cheers. Out. And just swinging, just rolling. So I'm having my hips and shoulders forward. I'm opening my heels. Don't my heels like Charlie Chaplin. And I'm just see if I can ground, root into the ground. Imagine that breath is coming up the body. Down. I'm going to land in the soft ankles. You can gently just take your hands up a little. One hand, two hands, reaching up. Don't come back unless it felt really good. And down. And you're gently going to come to here. Just here a little. Just there. Just that would be fine. Giving any rubs. Open your heels. Here, and you're going to try and go wider and wider. Take it slow. You can hold. I could come out, I could just tip my back there, I can feel it's a little tight. Just see if you can hold a little and come out. Just allowing your muscles to get strong and healthy in your bones. And you can come out and in. Just experiment with that, going wider, getting that heel to point away back here. So this knee is over the ankle. I'm lifting and opening the chest. Some of you can put them together. I want you to stay standing, some of you. Some of you can come back down, have a little rest. Some of you can come into here. Some of you can come into your plank. Think of a line between the head, the hips, the toes. Some of you crawl back to here, just exploring. And some of you can come into a downward dog, holding, or a one-legged downward dog. Finding your breath. Remember, you're in agreement to be gentle. Remember, compassion, kindness, not forcing because I'm doing it. And then we're going to bring that leg forward any way you can. It doesn't have to be elegant. Here we go. Just ground. Root. Breath coming up. Down through the feet. You could just do that one. You can begin to do this on one hand. Might do it because this one's injured. Rubbing as you go. And then you rub. So you're looking for aches. You're an ache detector. Some of you can open the chest. Please don't stretch back. Unless it felt good. And then we're coming to here. Gentle version. Just here, rolling the shoulders. Doesn't have to look difficult or be difficult. It's not difficult for my body because I've done it over years. I could be here. I could be here. And I'm trying to get my heels facing behind, my toes facing forward. I'm trying to get that straight line between my knee. I can hold. I can come out. So I'm feeling little stretches in different places in my body. I can feel a little stretch in my back, right calf. That's new for me. So I'm just curious about that, noticing. I didn't know that was a little tight. So I'm saying hi to that as I'm stretching. Some of you holding, not as deep as me. Might go a little wider. Keep breathing. And this time we're going to come up, come round. Bring those feet, maybe just give them a shake. Whew, rub anything that you could feel there. Going to roll the shoulders. Roll the shoulders. Bring the breath up, down. You're gently going to come into here. Some rubbing, so heels are open. Just here. Just a little squat there. Some of you here. Just checking all the time. Rubbing, doing a little trial, and then coming out. Going to hold here. Some of you could drop down. See what it's like. Just to take your elbows onto the thighs. There's a deeper version of this. If you know it, feel free. Finding your breath. Finding your breath. Feel where that's stretching and pulling. Bringing your love, curiosity, interest. Coming out as soon as you need. So you come to here. Lift and drop. Some of you can rub those legs. Just drop a little more and have a little hang. Fold your arms. So gentle version would be here. So I'm not straining my feet in more. And then coming up and back, rubbing. Then here, some of you can drop. Straighten the legs. Swing like a pendulum. I can feel that in my legs. So you could even rub those legs and tap them. come up, just have a little hang. And we're going to roll up. So some of you only coming to here, so you don't want to strain your back. Some of you can just let those hands hang. Bring the hands up. Stretch up, squeeze your eyes, dragon face. Squeeze. We're going to come down, down, down. So some of you still to here. Opening, rubbing, tapping, opening and closing the spine that way. Some of you who've done a lot more yoga can come to here. Some of you can bring 2 fingers inside the toes. Take those heels wide as you can. And hold. Just check you're comfortable. Breathing. Come up. Please don't try and do this one unless you've done lots of yoga, because I can feel that pulling on my legs, but I know it's safe. I'm familiar with it. Then you walk yourself back, bring your feet in, come back to here, here. So remember, pushing up if you have any tension in your back. Don't let those arms hang, otherwise you can. So you need to come up in your own time. Don't wait for me. Open and lift the chest. Squeeze your eyes, dragon face. Look how good that is. Squeezing the eyes and opening them. Such a good stretch. A little no. Any rubs? You're looking for those aches to rub and breathe into them first. Shake them. Coming down one more time to here, just here. Really look after your body, no straining. Remember the part that loves to strain, pull, try too hard. Maybe you could ask that one to give you a little space. It makes sense in our life. We've got a part that pushes and tries really hard. But if I think how old that one is in me, they're quite small, quite young. I, who's in the room, can just do this however I please. Whatever way feels good for me. As you're gently resting in a stretch that feels safe, keep breathing. As soon as you start feeling not comfortable, not safe, doesn't feel pleasurable, you ease yourself out. That would be a miracle. When you can find your body's no, actually that's not good for me. When you can tolerate all the lovely aches and pains and alivenesses of your body, and just bring your curiosity and ask that part, what does it need? How does it want to move and stretch? Squeeze your eyes, dragon face. You have to go slow to find the little messages in all your muscles. The shoulders aren't the same. Rolling, breathing. And we're gently going to bring our feet together and just turn. See my heels coming off. I'm just looking with my eyes behind me. Put your hands there, just let them drop. And then you're just going to begin. Just find that lovely swing. Find your breath. Bring your curiosity and interest. What's your body telling you right now? Can you be curious? Can you be interested? And I'm looking down on the floor, so I'm lengthening the back of my neck, relaxing my ankles. I'm trying to let my arms be like lovely wooden sculptures. And the muscles are pulling on the bones. And this is so good for your back, your hips, those busy arms. I'm just letting gravity stretch me, relaxing my ankles. It looks simple, but a lot is happening. Just to not have your arms like wooden arms. Just to let your hands go. Let your arms swing at the elbows. You tap your kidneys, looking on the floor. So good for you. As if you're releasing all your arms and shoulders are holding. What a week, what a month. What a life already. You can't not have parts that are afraid. Asking them to just be in a safe place, because if you're afraid, you can't stretch your body or work with your body or discover how your body wants to move. So you're keeping going. Some of you check your saliva, little slurpees. a little at a time. The lovely ones, we're going to do a lovely stretch. We bring this arm here. We just find that we're going to bring it behind here. Here, just to stretch that. Imagine you're between two bits of glass and my feet are this way. My heel will go to the center of my archway of this foot. And I'm just trying this. Just trying this, checking inside. Where's my lovely tension, my aches, my pain? How's my nose of my body? I'm paying attention. And just this, and exploring. What does that arm want to do? How can it move up and down and up, sideways and back? So all you're doing with lots of rubs because you're an ache detector, a pain detector. Some of you can come down a little more and look up. Some of you can put two fingers inside your toes, take the arm behind, pull the hips forward and reach and stretch, and you're pushing up through your feet. Thinking long spine, opening the heart, finding your breath, resting on the ground. Do a little, come out. If you can come in and out, your body feels safe. And then you're curling up. You're going to suck your core muscles, suck them in. And stick out your bottom, look up. So open it, closing the front of the sides, pulling your core muscles. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Slowly sticking your head up, your tailbone out. So opening and closing and squeezing your core. How good that is. Strengthening here. Lengthening the back, shortening the back. One more time. Squeezing, squeezing. And you're rolling. Going to open and give those muscles a rub with our knuckles. High back. And they even get a little squidgy back there. See how good that is for all your kidneys, your digestive area. Oh, good. Thank you, Brooke. Check your neck. Roll your shoulders. So we're going to get this one to swing. Your feet are facing forward. Any aches, you're going to swing it behind you. Just rest it there. This foot. And then this one. So you bring that foot to a T shape rather than an L. So if that would hit my archway, I'm looking at my feet. Now you're bringing this hand, you just push the hips forward. What's going on in there? Rub your back. So tiny movements to the side, tiny movements forward, opening and lifting. Go slow. If you could really go slow here, here, here. Maybe this one can't go behind you. Be experimental, coming in and out, looking up, opening the chest. Some of you who've done a bit more can take two fingers inside the toes. Keep this arm nice and far behind. Look to the side, take the arm up and look up. Focus your eyes. Pushing up through the feet. Bringing the hips through. Breathing to see that it's comfortable. Hold as long as your body says, yeah, that's nice. Then you come out in your own time. Before me is wonderful. You're curling up to here, just checking that back, sucking it. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Slowly opening. Feel how good that is. This time we're going to do it this way, just squeezing. Squeeze the core. Opening more this time. Opening the chest and rubbing the back. Squeezing and sucking. Don't let the head come back too far. You're sucking in your core muscles. It's another way you can do this. So just find out. That's all. Okay. So now we're going to do the same thing, but we're going to push down, suck our core muscles in. So a little. Bring our feet in a little. Squeeze, 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 squeeze the core muscles. Come up. You're trying to hold your breath, so it might be a little. and then come straight up. We can hold the out breath. Then come up. So have a go, 3 goes. Breathe. Don't do this in my time, so you might be able to hold longer. I'm not going to hold too long today. I encourage you just to have a little squeeze. Catch your breath. Imagine you're breathing out all the grey, all the toxins, poisons, you're eliminating. I'm getting really warm when I do this because this is your battery. Notice how those people that feel cold, this is really good for. Don't overhold. Now I'm super warm, so I'm going to have a Slurpee. Cheers. So we're coming. Just a few little squats because they're good. So just a little one and a little one. Some of you come down more. And we're going to go out for 4. So out breath. Shake your legs if you're getting tired. And we're coming in for 4. Lift the chest. Out breath. And you're coming out. Take your time. Do this in your own time. Great. I'm going to open the window because I'm cooking now. I'm getting super warm. Have another slurp. A few squats while you're waiting for the kettle to boil. Full bed. Put the pillow under your head. Rest for a second. Begin to roll your back. Feel how good that is. Rolling your back. Rolling your back. Feel how good that is. Lovely. You can bring one knee in. Look up to that knee. Have a little roll, a hold. You can be here. I'm really releasing my spine, going slow, tucking the chin in, little pillow under your head. Again, here, 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 here. Just please yourself. Imagine at school, we weren't taught to really be conscious in our bodies. We had to push, try hard, do more, and we had a sense of failure about anything. Whether it was being clever, being sporty. Imagine you who's holding the love, the tenderness to your body, that's beautiful, beautifully made. You can be a little curious as you're bringing your knees up or not. Just see, ask inside, darling. I have no idea how that feels. Ask your body. Let the knee come up. So I could do it this way. Remember, I don't have to lean all the way if my body says no. Just that is glorious. Just this little tap, little rub. Just to let that leg hold up. Lovely. Pointing and flexing. Whatever way your body likes to do that. And here we're going to roll slowly, slowly, slowly here. Again, don't roll on the side as much as me. Just keep your feet planted. Shifting up and holding. Point and flex if you want. Feel ankle, knees and hips. Relaxing here, doesn't have to be so high. Just find your own way of doing this. Coming back. Find that stretch here. Here. My favorite one, so I try and include it every time. It's so good is to tuck the chin in. Roll up your spine. Find where you can push up to that's comfortable and you roll across. Tucking in your chin, I think you would look up. Roll across my diaphragm. Slowly letting my body down. So I'm lifting the upper back. Rolling my hips, rolling my ribs. Gonna roll my whole back. And I'm gonna curl up one vertebra at a time. Just here. Down. So you might just start with a little curl, squeeze, and arch your spine, gradually pressing down. You can arch a little more, so in breath. Some of you can get your hands underneath. Tuck those hands underneath that only if it feels good, and just hold that a little. No nose. You can take your hands over your head. Hold. Down to here and hold. Roll. Down again. I might look up because feel some tension right there. Isolating your spine. Rolling your spine. Just be creative and do this your own way. Just coming a little to the end there. I'm going to rest like this. So palms up, or you can put one hand. Use a little pillow under your head. Stop your chin lifting. I'm going to use my flat. Tuck your chin in, so lengthening here, tucking that chin in. Lengthening in the chest, lengthening in the lower back. Knees directed up, hands at the sides. Press your body into the ground, breathe in. And release. Again, in your own time, breathing into the nose if you can. Slowly tucking the chin in, let your body go heavy. Coming back to being with, more being with. Lengthening your breath in through the nose if you can, or just keep your mouth open and imagine you're breathing in through your nose. Holding. Breathing out through the nose or mouth. Now pauses in your own breath time. Put your thumb and finger together. See if you can add a little. And letting yourself taking more breath than you would normally. Noticing all the resistance and tension of your body. Just say hi. A little wriggle and just come back to resting. As you're breathing in, you're noticing your sense of hearing inside your body. Hearing aches and gurgles, tinkles, tirednesses, everything you can hear on the inside. Let the outside sounds lessen a little to just bringing your attention inside. Just listening inside and letting the outside sound still be there. Now you're allowing all sound. If you can hear the birds singing there, just let that into your body. Letting it impact you with its delight, its joy, sweetness. You're listening from your heart, and your heart is being filled with light and warm, safe sunshine and birdsong and hope. Just as an intention, I let hope in, I let joy in. Body already knows what joy is, what hope is. And your heart be full of light. And any parts that feel constricted or sad, see if you can allow those with the same appreciation, same welcoming tenderness. Any parts that might feel a little fearful with all that's happening in your life and the world, just let those ones know they make sense. Welcome them with the same love and curiosity. Just say hi. Imagine that you're made for these times. This is exactly what it is to be alive in this moment in the universe. And this is your time to shine, to allow things that bring you hope and joy and deliciousness. Even if it's your warm shower, your warm mug of tea, your pets, the sky. Have an intention of noticing the joy that's always there. Like warm, safe sunshine, like the sun above the clouds. Even though there's clouds or it rains or there's storms or lightning, you allow that too as part of the weather, the dance of being alive. You're holding delight. So if you're absorbing delight into your body right now, just in this moment, and nothing is happening, you're just stopping. You're just breathing, you're just being. Imagine you're also timeless and spacious. You can hold the love without pushing anything away. Not have fear. Fear and love are the same energy. You can't know what full is without empty. You can't know what sadness is without joy. They're the same. You can't know what excitement is without fear. You can't know what light is without darkness. We're not pushing away the dark. The dark happens every day. If you see, even if there's clouds, there's stars and light. You're holding the tension of the opposite energies. Anger and compassion. As you're letting yourself be heavier and heavier and heavier. So you can then, by letting your body be supported by the ground, and feel what lightness is. That you're always matter and energy. And this matter at some point might fall away to whatever we were before we were born. Some of us living a few weeks, a few months, a few years, or longer years. And then we come back into what we were before we were born. Energy, soul, love. Everybody that's died and come back say, wow, I just felt like I was love. And just being here is a journey, a school, something unique and precious here about being in a body and holding the pleasure, the lust, the joy, the passion of being embodied, of all your precious senses. Smell and taste and hearing, seeing and touch, as if you're dropping into everyone. You can hear that bird song and taste it and feel it touch you. As if every cell is alive. You're allowing that aliveness. Even though parts don't like some experiences of pain or fear or hurt or disappointment, that makes sense, right? They're all part of the richness of life. And just in this moment, you're allowing that that's okay. You're holding, remembering that you are love. That's your essence, made of stardust, timeless and spacious. You can feel it in that bird song. As you gently now begin to move your back there very gently and slowly, and ask your body, as if it's a question, not a command, how do you want to move and stretch? Can I say yes, hi to my back muscles that are holding generations even of tension? And say hi back. Thank you for your strength and flexibility, tension and relaxation. Not one or the other, but both. If you're finding a way your body wants to move, maybe you can just let those arms and fingers and elbows move in space and feel what it is for your arms to be alive right now with all the holding, pain and pleasure. Just to rub them and say hi, and finding your own way to come up. Nice and slowly as I'm doing this, I can feel tension I didn't feel before in my back. It's like, wow, I have a very busy one. So I'm going to rub those aches and tensions in my back and say hi. When you do your yoga, you can really get to know the tensions that were fine before you stretched. And then you're slowly going to let that head down. See if you can go slow enough. You can stay with those tensions and rub them and say hi. What a busy life it's been. Take a breath. Look down and use your precious healing hands to rub, to say hi in a deeper way. I hear you. Why wouldn't my back be holding tension? Pain and pleasure. We need pain to say, hey, slow down. I need some attention here. So pain is our body's alarm. We need to pay attention to anything that gets extreme. I need to hear. If we can stay a little curious, remember that's who we are in our nature. So lovely ones, thank you for joining me today. You can do a little piece, 5 minutes. Don't have to do the whole thing, but the main thing is to listen inside and please yourself. All your parts have been pleasing others. We thank them. They've got good intentions. But you're here just to be with your body, just to say hi to your precious legs and precious arms and precious heart and just precious face as you just brush off the face a little. But all it holds is a unique and beautiful face. In 10 years' time, you will say, wow, what a young honey I was. The lovely ones, go well, finish your water, go gently in your day. And if you're lucky, just remember, maybe when you pee, to stop, take a breath longer than you would hold, breathe out. And just say hi to whatever is around. So those parts know that you're there for them. Bye for now.